So no
Yes.
screaming racial slurs.
Yeah, only mild racism from here on out.
No. I know we're all from Mississippi, but we're not going to have a Kramer moment.
Dude, I've emailed Michael Rickards to try to get him on this fucking show. That's not even a lie. And he had the audacity to not reply.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's like, I know you're not busy, motherfucker.
No, he is not.
Not working.
No.
All right.
Come give us some clout. Come yell the N-word on open micers.
So I'm gonna when we start the episode, I'm gonna play the music. You might not hear it. I don't know. With my new computer, you might actually hear it, but if you don't, things might be quiet for a couple seconds, and then we'll come in.
Spoiler alert: we're not gonna hear that shit.
It's all gravy, baby. You got a cool setup over there, by the way. I love the brick wall in the back.
And we'll introduce you, and we'll just go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So, we ready to do this, fellas? You good?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. Oh, let me tweet this out. Make sure people know we're here. We've been live for a minute, so they should have gotten a thing. But here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Dude, I love that intro music, man. That's great.
So heavy. I feel it right here. I don't know if it's our new music or our old music.
You know what that music means? You know what that music means? It means it is time for the Open Micers Podcast. My name is Jason Robbins.
I'm Jacob Craig, and guys, I'm yoked. I'm yoked tonight. Believe it or not, I had to think about it and sit for a minute. But yeah, I'm yoked for this episode because tonight we have a very special guest. He is a comic from Mississippi, just like your boys here, doing big things over in Texas, going on a fucking tour with our best friend, Neil Rubenstein. We fucking love that guy so much. We're going to talk about all the dates they're hitting. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Will Loden, everybody. How you doing?
Oh, what's up, guys? Yo, it is a pleasure to talk to fellow Mississippians, even though y'all are coast trash.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't think people know about that. I've tried to explain that to people before that aren't from Mississippi. Us here on the coast, we're called coast trash by everybody that's north of I-10, basically.
Yeah. Y'all are barely better than the Cajuns.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tyler Arson, though. He's a fucking dirty kid.
I love Tyler. Oh, man. Dude, Tyler, he came onto my roast show in Houston and just beat the piss out of this one guy. He's so funny. He told me I look like Hagrid with autism.
Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No.
So how's everything been going, man? Dude, how are the shows going lately? How's it feel like to be about to hit the road with just such a huge deal, man?
I'm stoked. I'm glad I get to come back to Mississippi. I'm glad I get to do another southern little run with Neil. Everything in Houston's been going pretty well. I was just on the Riot Comedy Festival in Houston, and it was fun, man. I got to open for Shane Gillis at the Improv a few weeks ago, and that was wild. Yeah, man, I can't complain, dude. God is good.
Yeah,
God is good.
So, what's it like opening at a Shane Gillis show? Like, I feel like there's a lot less pressure of like, I might say something to upset this crowd.
Yeah, no, it was. I went on stage and I chugged a beer and talked about eating pussy, so I did fine. It's just it was they're great fans. I like they were just like happy to just see us talk shit, and good times. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, we mentioned that you're from Mississippi. I want to go to the way back of. That was a fucking good one.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to clip that.
You gotta clip that one, dude. That's gotta be fuck intro music. We could just have a burp compilation at this point because the guest isn't gonna fucking understand what's happening anyways. But take me back to when and where you started comedy in the lowly state of Mississippi.
I went to Ole Miss, and I dropped out because I'm not good at college.
Hey, we're in the same boat. Actually, I did get my associate after 9 years. Most people who go to school for 9 years are doctors, but I.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, I wrote a paper on Nazis' depictions in video games. I never got a degree. I was working on the square. I was a bartender at the Burgundy Room, and I was a cook at Oxford Grill House. And I went over to the Burgundy Room to drink one night during the summer when I was I was 25, and the bartender's like, "Summertime in Oxford. It's the only time the co-eds will talk to guys like us." And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm a college burnout town guy." And they had an open mic at Proud Larry's right off the square that night, and I walked in and I saw people do comedy, and then they only have one open mic a month in Oxford, so I waited 1 month, and then I went up and I got really excited for the first time since high school, and so I just kept doing it.
Oh yeah, dude. About what year was this?
2014, 15, I think. Well, wait, no, it was 2013. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Obama was still in office. Yeah.
Okay, that narrows it down just a little. That's still an 8 years gap. Could be.
I think it was the second term.
How mad were the people that Obama was in office? That's a better way to judge it. Is were they a lot of mad or a little mad?
Dude, kind of mad. And
yeah, that's first term Obama.
Yeah, and then I moved from Oxford to Corinth. Because my uncle, yeah, that's a great question. My uncle was running for district attorney as a Democrat in Mississippi, so I like stupid and futile gestures.
So he wanted to lose. That was the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I would just drive to Memphis on Thursday nights just to go do their open mic at the old P&H Cafe. And and then after he lost, because of course he did, I just said fuck it and I moved to Memphis. Yeah, that's how I started doing comedy.
Nice.
Okay, so you're slowly moving west. So you go from Corinth, Mississippi, which, by the way, if you've never been to Corinth, Mississippi, is there's barely fucking barns in Corinth, Mississippi.
Oh man,
shit town.
Oh man, hey, after they shut down the Coca-Cola bottling factory, all right, all the work left. But there's
for anybody that's never been to Mississippi, the only place you need to really go is the coast below I-10.
Oh bullshit,
dude! There's nothing. There's nothing north of I-10 worth going
Nonsense.
to. Nothing.
Nonsense. It's the most beautiful place in the world. All right, so
I made the pilgrimage once because I wanted to go to the crossroads where Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil, and I get there and I'm thinking it's just going to be this magical place, this magical crossroads that you've heard of, this legend of him selling his soul to the devil, and you get there and there's a fucking CVS on the corner. There's a McDonald's, and then there's a barbecue place.
Hey, most of the best politicking in Mississippi happens at the McDonald's at 6 o'clock in the morning.
True. But then outside of that, dude, there was nothing but fields of agriculture. There was nothing.
Oh yeah,
nothing. Absolutely nothing up there.
Oh yeah. No, I went to the Delta one time to do Hannibal Buress. His family's all from Mississippi, so he decided to have a comedy festival in Isola, which is short for isolation.
I don't even know where that is.
It's hour and a half, 2 hours from Memphis, and so we get down there, and it's just dudes on dirt bikes in the middle of the highway, you know, just real underbite energy, you know. But they had a catfish farm. That was the main employment of the town, and Mississippi is wild.
Yeah, I've been to Oxford a couple times, times to play music. I've never done comedy up there or anything.
Connor King runs great rooms up there. I've done every time I go back. Like the last time I did a show in Oxford, I got a DUI, which kind of is just, you know, makes sense. It brings everything full circle. Yeah. But
well, as a comedian, you can write that off on your taxes.
Yeah.
I was working at a brewery in Memphis when I got that DUI, and they revoked my forklift driving license.
Oh man!
Yeah.
So I mean, what were you driving when you got a DUI? Not a forklift.
No, I was driving a Dodge Ram 1500 '99, jacked up like a dickhead. That's who I am as a person.
That's the Mississippi national bird, actually.
99 Dodge Ram 1500.
So you've spent time. Of course, you're from Mississippi. You mentioned that you moved west and lived in Memphis for a bit. You now call Texas home.
Yeah.
Who has the best barbecue? Because we've had this argument before between Texas, Mississippi, and Memphis barbecue.
So, all right, I've been to Kansas City. I've been to Carolina. Texas barbecue is exactly what Texas barbecue is. It's just big and boisterous and annoying. You know, like I'm a pork-based fellow myself. I like a good pulled pork. You know, I want to pay cash only, and I want an old black lady to give it to me with some slaw on top of it. And so no, I'm all about the Memphis. They keep calling it Western Tennessee style barbecue because they don't like associating with Memphis, which makes me laugh. But
we've heard that Memphis is unequivocally the best, but I feel like people sleep on the barbecue we have in Mississippi.
100%. But I would say that Mississippi style barbecue is Memphis style barbecue. Like we're mostly pork based. You know, like it's really good. When I was in Tunica, there was this dude who got an old water tower and he turned it into a smoker. And it's just, you know, just doing redneck shit.
Yeah, there used to be this place here in my town, Ocean Springs. It used to be called Blues Barbecue, and they had the best pulled pork sandwiches I've ever had, ever. And then they closed down, and I'm still on the hunt for a great pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah, if you get up to Memphis, you're going to want to go to Payne's. They're open. It's Payne's. It's off of Lamar. It's cash only. They're open from 11 a.m. till. And people ask, when's till? It's till the fuck we run out. And the mustard based coleslaw is key to the sandwich.
Well, I've been to Memphis a few times too. A couple times to record. I went up there and played the New Daisy one time.
Love the New Daisy. Yeah.
And every time we were up there, you always knew what the best barbecue places were because they were the ones that had like 100 people in line at all times. No, they're all I need some good barbecue, man. Dude, I'm so hungry right now. Let's just end the show and go get some barbecue right now.
Sounds good to me, man. Yeah.
Like if we did that, we would never film another episode of Open Micers ever again, Jason. Because we would always be going to get the barbecue.
Yeah.
No, dude, I need to stop recommending food places to people because I've run into this lately at my day job. People will ask me about like places to eat outside because I work in Pascagoula, Mississippi. So they'll ask me like, Oh yeah, dude. It's the fucking when it rains, it smells like fucking dirty cooter out there. And
Yeah.
so they'll like my coworkers will ask me for like recommendations around the coast because they don't go outside of Pascagoula and they know
Right.
that I go all over the fucking coast. They're like, "Where's some good barbecue?" I'm like, I don't know. I like Dickie's barbecue
Yeah.
pit. Like, that's all I've got. And I work with predominantly old black women who will tell me, "Oh, you need to go check out this southern cooking spot that's only open from 11 to 4 that has bars on the windows and you need to make sure you go in there with a black person so they know you're cool."
See, we need to go check out because I talked about this when Mo Alexander was on the show.
I love Mo. Mo's one of my comedy stores. Yeah.
When you're down here, you got to go to Pleasant's Barbecue in Ocean Springs because
Pleasant sucks ass.
because it's Pleasant's Barbecue and used tires. Like they'll change out your tires for you, and you get some barbecue while you wait.
That's exactly what you need. Like it's one-stop shopping, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm all about efficiency. Last time I was in Jackson, we ended up at this soul food place called Pearls. It was me and a couple other comics from Houston, and this one guy, he comes in and he orders like spaghetti and dressing, you know, just like just because you can get like stuffing and spaghetti and just like fried catfish and just like it was ridiculous. And he goes up, he goes, I'd like some of that stuffing, and it's just this big woman goes, "You mean dressing, baby?"
Just so earnestly, like you're saying it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I wish I could afford to eat that good when I go on the road because me and whoever I'm with, we usually just eat one meal a day, and it's at wherever the local Chinese buffet is.
Yeah. You got a carbo load. I mean, when I'm on the road, I know every gas station's brand of string cheese. Yeah, just, you know, like.
All right. So what's your position on gas station food? Because Jacob loves gas station food. Like,
fucking love it.
I just can't do it.
That's a Mississippi thing too. Also, you can get some good home cooked shit in gas stations in Mississippi that like you can't get in other parts of the country. Like when you get like west of the Mississippi, like they don't. It's not an old like you can get some good tacos in Texas in a gas station, but you can't get the same just like the chicken biscuits, you know, just in the morning, you know.
Yeah, but like, Jacob will go in there and get like the worst, like oldest taquito that's been rolling on the thing for like 12 hours.
You've got me all wrong, Jason. And here's where the argument stems from, because Jason doesn't understand my strategery around gas station food. Okay, I will get the oldest taquito because I know that they can't legally sell it to me because they have to throw that motherfucker away.
Are you getting
I will get
crock-pot taquitos? You're just getting crock-pot taquitos? Just like it's not old. It's slow cooked.
Yeah.
Right, dude. It's the most tender fucking taquito. But I would get shit like in Van Cleve where I live, there's a gas station that sells gator balls. And gator balls are fucking delicious.
Yeah, buddy. Hell yeah.
Feed to the Southern soul.
And there are gas stations I will eat at, like the Fayards. I'll go get a po' boy. You know, they got some good stuff at the Fayard station. There's a couple of stations I'll eat stuff at if I know that it's a good kitchen where somebody makes good food. But just some random gas station like in the middle of Van Cleve where like...
Not happening.
No.
Dude, trust your boy. Just trust your boy. Okay?
I don't know, man.
If you're going to get cold food at a gas station, all right, you're going to want to go for... Dude, do y'all know Ray Porter from Fayetteville?
I don't think so.
He's a fantastic comic. He is obsessed with eating the worst gas station food. Like he'll get the like Ziploc deviled eggs and like
Is he trying to make Is he trying to make the worst farts possible?
Just savage. Yeah, no, I've been in the car with him. We drove to Denver together. An absolute animal.
See, if you're doing that and you're traveling across the country with people in a vehicle, you deserve to be in prison. That's all.
That's a man after my own heart right there, dude.
That's just not nice, man.
He's buying deviled eggs with EBT cards, you know. Just
oh, that's so good, dude.
Jesus.
Dude, I keep trying to blow up my spot, and no one believes me that the best Chinese food I've ever had in my entire life is from a gas station in Gaucher, owned by an older Vietnamese couple. Have you been there?
No, but that sounds absolutely correct. So the Asian community in Mississippi has always had such a fascinating space, right?
Yeah.
You know, just because we weren't quick on integration, and the Vietnamese people well, we'll sell to black people, and then you can just have awesome banh mi randomly. Dude, especially on the coast.
The Vietnamese bakeries down here are just the absolute best places on the planet to get whatever you want.
Dude, 100%. Yeah. When I was working in Oxford, there was this Vietnamese guy. I was working at the steakhouse, and this Vietnamese guy who they just called Mr. Fat was rolling sushi because you know the Vietnamese are known for their sushi. He was just in his broken English, he's I came over here during the Vietnam War. I looked on the same latitude line and I saw that Mississippi was right there, and then he just slowly worked up from the coast to Oxford, and he's both of my kids are engineers here. I'm doing great. And I was just man, you're a wild motherfucker. I used to do a bit something like that, because my family's Irish or whatever. I don't know, but that speaks volumes on how shitty Ireland's economy was. They decided to move to Mississippi, because it offered better prospects.
Yeah, that's my family lineage as well. Is Irish.
100%.
So yeah, how bad was Ireland that they left Ireland to go to Mississippi? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, just dude, the generational vocal change is so funny too. You're oh, what a beautiful day! I think we'll have some whiskey and potatoes. And God damn it, Billy, get off the porch! How did that go from that to that?
Incest.
Yeah.
It didn't take long.
Had to have happened.
It took 2 generations to degrade like that.
Yeah.
It's amazing that more people around here don't look like Prince William.
Oh my God.
That's true. Well, actually, most of my family does. For some reason, I came out with dark features. So I think that
where
I don't know what happened there.
Where?
I love that.
This beard used to be dark.
Fucking where? Below the fucking belt, dude?
Yeah, let me show you.
What are you talking about?
Dude, at one point, I actually had hair. I don't know if you know that, but
no, before my time.
I didn't come out bald.
No.
Well, you did, and then you had your prime right there in the middle, and then now you're reverting again.
Yeah. If you had hair right now, what kind of haircut would you have?
I'd probably shave it.
Fucking ingrate, dude. That's the most ungrateful answer. If you could physically have hair, you would shave it again out of spite.
Dude, I used to have long hair halfway down my back when I was a teenager. And I'll be honest, I hated having hair. I hated having to wash it all the time and take care of dude, being bald is just the greatest thing on the planet. I have a nice shaped head. I don't have any weird bumps or anything. And then if you keep it shaved, dude, it's always the cold side of the pillow. Always.
That's true. You do have a good looking head. Like you would fit right in with an egg carton. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
No, I have the lumpiest damn head. It's like I've got a yarmulke holder on the back, and then it just it ridges like a dinosaur on the top. I kept getting concussions in high school just because I was just playing football.
Yeah, I never did that. Yeah. I was the little arty kid who just sat at the desk drawing stuff. I never had any like head injuries or anything.
Yeah, my first show at I forgot what the spot in Jackson, Tennessee was called. There's a club out there, and I was working for my uncle when I got my first feature gig, and I was putting up vote for Arch Bullard signs on the side of the highway. Like that was my job every day, was to go like knock on people's doors and ask if I could have put a big fucking sign. And I was super hungover one day, and I was using a fence post driver, and I just hit the fence post driver wrong, and I busted my head open, and I had to go. I had to go to the trauma center in Amory, and they just they shaved a part of the top of my head. They stapled everything shut, and I was like, I still got to go do the show tonight, and I go out to do the show. No one laughs the entire time I'm on stage. And I get off and I asked the club owner, Harvey, I was like, yo, what the fuck happened? And he goes, man, they could see the reflection of the staples in the top of your head from the lights. And it just freaked everyone out.
You probably like you had a zipper on the top of your head.
And that just goes to show the people arguing against why they can't wear shorts on stage, dude. It's bad enough. Fucking staple reflection will gross a crowd out.
Where do you stand with the shorts on stage thing?
I've done it because like in a pinch, but it's not good. You probably shouldn't.
It was shorts on stage is a lot like the baseball shift, like it's technically allowed, or it was, but I still hate it aesthetically, and just
right.
Yeah, and my legs are super white. And they're little toothpicks. So
I'll wear shorts on stage if I'm playing drums, but I'm not gonna wear shorts if I'm doing comedy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah. Drums make sense. You're behind a big, like drum kit.
Yeah, when I'm doing comedy, I'm not sweating buckets. I don't need to wear shorts while I'm doing comedy. Unless I'm bombing, then I start sweating.
Yeah, dude. There's a local comic here who I won't name until after the show. Who he insists on wearing capri shorts and flip flops, and he has the ashiest fucking legs you've ever seen in your entire life. So he gets a punchline out, and I'm just staring at his fucking snow angel of a leg. Like, you're just distracting me. Like, I can't focus on your comedy.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, I need lotion too. My shit looks like chicken feet. So yeah.
Yeah, I just started using nighttime face lotion not too long ago because I'm like looking in the mirror. I'm like, I'm finally starting to show some age, man. It's time to. I don't want to look like I don't want to look like a catcher's mitt when I'm 50.
I don't know. I'm only 33, but being from Mississippi, I've just aged like I worked in a coal mine.
Well, you can't help it. The sun penetrates.
All the emphysema in the air.
Yeah.
This is like the state that's like the closest to the sun. Like it doesn't matter where you are, you're gonna get a sunburn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not to mention, if you have like a lot of family functions, there's just a giant cloud of secondhand smoke from the time you're 5 years old, just soaking into your face.
Every time. Oh man. So tell me about y'all, all right? So, because like I don't know, the open micers
podcast? Are we discussing? Do you want to discuss comedy? Do you want to are we just fucking around? I'm cool with that too.
We just talk about whatever comes
Yeah, dude.
up.
All right.
I mean,
What
we
bits y'all
fuck
working on right
around. That's a good question. I want to know that about you, Jason, because you don't fucking write bits. So what bits are you working on?
What am I working on right now? Let me see. Let me open up my Comedy Companion app here. I haven't worked on anything new for a little while.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It's all out of order. It's not listed as the date.
You're not doing a set. What concept are you working on, big dog?
Actually, I am. I have to work on a set because I'm doing 2 10-minute sets coming up on May 13th for Red Radio After Dark. It's going to be at Trax in Long Beach, I believe. It's going to be comedians. It's going to be comedy, music, and burlesque. So it's going to be kind of like a variety show.
Yeah.
I got to do 2
10
10-minute sets. So that's pretty simple. You know, I got 2 solid 10-minute sets I can do. A lot of it's going to be older stuff that I know works and stuff that I know people. It's weird to, and how do you guys feel about this? Like when you're working on your material and it's something that you've been working on for a while, even though it's old and it's like you don't want to do it anymore, but you know it works because there's still people who haven't heard it before.
Yes. I love it. So, jokes are the only thing I've ever actually created in my life. You know, I don't like build shit or fix shit, but like they're my favorite thing. So like I'm still doing jokes from like 4 or 5 years ago, because I created them, you know, and like they make me feel good. It's, you know, like,
and that's the thing. I mean, if something works, it works, and it. So you don't. How do you feel about it, Jacob? Do you like to just take stuff that's kind of old and just cycle it out, or do you like to keep it in the rotation, or how do you feel about that type of stuff, like the older material that you have?
I actually just went through all of my notebooks this last week and kind of like axed a bunch of bits that I thought like have become hacky, or were, you know, the premise is kind of played out or something like that, and narrowed it down to where I only have like a really solid, like performance ready 45 minutes. Like the rest of it was just fat, just trim it off. This is just time stretchers. Everyone's done this. So I think it's good to like be real about your premises in your bits and seeing like, does this still serve a purpose for me? Like, can I do better than this? Or is this just like, am I going to go for the hacky joke that like I kind of, you know, this has become?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel that. Like, I don't know, like hack premises become hack premises because, you know, there's like a involvement. Like everyone gets a hack premise. My dick is small.
How do you feel about, have you ever written a bit or a joke or a bit that you know is funny, but it just never seems to hit? But do you keep doing it and trying to make it fit, or do you eventually get to the point where you're like, this just never works? No matter if I think it's funny, it just never seems to hit.
Yeah. With longer sets, if I'm about like 15, 20 minutes in and I'm like feeling the vibe and I feel like people are like getting me, yeah, I'm doing this stupid goddamn thing that no one likes, but it's just for me. About just there are 9 subspecies of giraffes, and one of them is called the Rothschild giraffe, and so, you know, like, do all the other subspecies of giraffes think the Rothschild giraffes, you know, control the giraffe banking? And
dude, that's a solid bit, man.
Like, no one likes it, and I'm just like, this is for me. I'm like, you know, do the Maasai or Nubian giraffes think that the Rothschild giraffes is there a giraffe Kanye? You know, like I'm just like trying to explore that, and everyone hates it every time I do it.
Yeah, but that's That's such. It's not really a deep cut, but how many people in just regular everyday life know who the Rothschilds were?
Exactly. It's just like weird conspiracy shit that's not necessary, and all right.
Because I have a lot of stuff that I still have from a long time ago, that bits that I know they're funny and they've hit occasionally, but 9 times out of 10 you get crickets. And like, God damn it, I know this is funny. Am I saying it wrong? Am I like, what is wrong with this bit that it's not hitting, but I know it's funny? Yeah.
No, it's infuriating. It's infuriating because also I take it as a personal attack, like, it's just like, oh, you don't like me? And it's like, no, I just didn't get the fucking bit. Like, chill out, you narcissist.
Because there's stuff that I do that I know is funny because nobody else will be laughing, and I hear Jacob cackling from the back of the bar, and I'm like, I know it's funny if he's cackling.
That's I mean, dude, there are just a lot of premises around, especially in the South too, that like truly just go over people's heads. Yeah, like they're not the kind of crowd that like a joke that sophisticated is for.
Right. Well, and then also like this is just something that I've noticed. Like when I leave the South, my southernness plays better. It's one of those things like where like if you're just talking about like normal shit in the South, they're like, oh yeah, why did I pay money for this? But like when you go to like Denver or somewhere, they're like, oh my God, you eat chitlins? I would just like, oh.
Dude, that's why I would like to go hit up north, because I've been, like, when I went to Seattle, I felt like an animal in a zoo. Like, people looked at me like I was a different species. And I went out to dinner with some friends that I knew up there, and, like, they brought their friends, and, like, we're sitting at dinner, and they're just, like, making me say things. And I would say, like, just some sentence that they wanted me to say, and they're all cackling, laughing, and I'm like, what are you laughing at?
Yeah. No, I get that. Anytime I leave the South, I'm like, hey, man, can I get a pack of cigarettes? And they're like, where are you from, sir? And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I sounded like a banjo.
I'm going to use that. I sound like a banjo.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Jacob, I think you froze there for a second. Are you caught back up to us? I don't think he can hear us.
I don't know. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now. You froze there for a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's really laggy.
Right, but I'm good?
You're good, though. You're lagging, but you're good.
Oh, no.
I think you're about 5 seconds behind us.
Oh, it's like my brain, but on the Zoom. I'm 5 seconds behind everyone else.
That's how you live your life. 5 seconds behind everyone. Yeah, the last bit that I was working on, and this tells you how long I actually just sat and wrote something. It's about Cracker Barrel adding vegan sausage to their menu and people getting pissed off about it. That was about a year ago.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
It's just so weird. Like, why were people so pissed off about that, man? Like, they're not taking regular sausage off the menu, and people act like they were boycotting Cracker Barrel. I think that's a microcosm of where we're at in America right now. It's like nobody wants anybody else to have anything that they can remotely enjoy.
Well, I mean, like, let's be honest, though. I mean, vegan sausage is the critical race theory of breakfast meats.
Dude, I might have to use that. If I do, I'll credit you. That's brilliant. Because people, you saw that people were actually protesting.
No, they lost their goddamn mind. It's wild.
I'm like, you realize that if you go in there, they're not going to, like, force feed you vegan sausages until you change your pronouns. I mean, it's like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's just a company trying to sell stuff and get more people.
Yeah. Like they like money. They're a corporation. They like money.
I wish someone would force feed me vegan sausages until I change my pronouns.
Actually, that's what my granddad called gay people, vegan sausages. No, he didn't know what a vegan was.
So what do you? I just forgot what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you, how do you feel about? Because we ask a lot of comedians this. Like, do you feel that comedy shows are getting a little bit dangerous these days?
6'5", 300. No, not for me. But I think well. All right. Well, let's define dangerous. Are we talking about like getting assaulted?
Yes.
Like physically?
Yes.
I mean, late night shows are always ridiculous. Like if you come to a midnight comedy show, you're an alcoholic, and that's I don't. When people come to shows. All right, so it really depends on the performer, right? Like there are some performers who are audience antagonistic, right?
Yeah.
Where they're like, "Oh, was that too real?" No, it just wasn't funny. You were being kind of a dickhead. I don't.
Do you feel like people are going to comedy shows now specifically to get triggered or get mad about something?
No, I think a lot of comics say stuff like that because it does get them in the news. Like, what was her name? Ariel. She's very funny. She got a beer thrown at her.
Yeah, she was on the show.
Elias, been on the show. We fucking love her.
Yeah, dude, she's the best. Yeah, she's so goddamn funny. What?
I think
I was gonna say we had her on the show a week before that high noon got chucked at her. Yeah, and I wish to God we would have got her a week later, so we could have asked her what that was like.
Yeah, no, she was. No, I don't think they're getting more dangerous. I think comedy audiences at comedy clubs, it's fine. If it's a bar show and you do like surprise comedy on people, like that might be annoying. But no, I don't think they're getting dangerous. But also, I'm a huge dude. Like this is like sometimes people are like, have you ever been heckled? And I'm like, not really. I look like everyone's high school bully. So it's usually people just shut up while I'm talking, and so I can't speak for everyone else on that.
Yeah, because Jacob has gotten assaulted more than once at a comedy
multiple times.
Comedy shows. And,
Jesus.
I've never been assaulted. I mean, I've been heckled more than once, but I don't really ever do any kind of like. I try not to do like political stuff or anything, but sometimes I'll try. If I do a political joke, I'll try to craft it in a way to where it can be taken equally by both sides, like whatever side you stand with. I try to craft those type of jokes, but it feels like people need to understand context. People don't understand context anymore, and the fact that most comedians say shit just because it's funny. It may not be what they personally believe, but it's just funny to say.
Oh, absolutely. I've gotten in. The one time I got into a fight at a comedy show was because it was comedy and karaoke, and so like it was.
That's a good mix.
Like it was awful. It's just like me talking while people wanted to sing Freebird, and that's the only time. It was in Hattiesburg.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
think Jacob might still be lagging behind a little bit, but we'll wait for him to catch up.
It's okay.
Look at him. He's moving his head side to side. Yeah, it's because he's got a hamster on a wheel outside of his house running the internet. That thing starts getting tired. The internet runs out.
I'm in a plane of existence of my own right now.
Oh, shit.
So we're coming up on the end of the episode, but tell everybody about your upcoming tour and where they can find you on the internet, interwebs.
Oh, yeah. Me and Neil Rubenstein, we're hitting bright lights. We're hitting big cities. I'm talking Murfreesboro. I'm talking Huntsville. I'm talking Oxford. I'm talking Hattiesburg. I'm talking Pensacola, Florida, Lafayette, Louisiana, New Orleans, and Bryan, Texas, and not in that order.
It's called the Spaghetti Tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Where can they find all the dates for all that?
You can find them on Neil's website, and I'm posting something tomorrow on my website, gunsandliquor.com. And then you can find me on Instagram at Will_Loden. And so I'll post all the dates. I need to do that tomorrow.
Jacob wants me to ask you before we go, and we ask this of. I hate having to ask this because we have to ask this of all of our guests. When was the last time you shit your pants?
Are we talking shart or straight shit?
Both count.
Both. Okay.
The last time I had to throw away underwear, I had started day drinking. I was like 4 years ago when I was living in Memphis, and I was drinking Jaeger at like 11 o'clock in the morning and Miller High Life, and I think I had like a fucking, I was really ashamed of it because I Uber Eats McDonald's, which that's just a shameful thing to do, and and then I was gonna go walk to do a show over at a brewery, and I was like, that fart's a problem. And I could feel myself. I shat in front of a missionary Baptist church. Well, because I half shat my pants and it was all watery. And then I tried to pull everything down, and so I think I committed a hate crime because I shat behind a bush at a missionary Baptist church, and then I ran into a big apartment complex in Memphis, and I threw away my underwear and started crying, yeah, that was the last time I shit my pants. Real good. My favorite shit pants story is my friend. I'm not gonna say her name. She was going to the BLM protests, and there were no bathrooms at the Black Lives Matter protests, and she was wearing the Lululemon pants. And she started crying right next to me. She's like, "Will, it's coming!" And she just shat all over herself at the protest. And yeah, I had to drive her home while we were yelling, "No justice, no peace." And,
wow, that took us on a journey. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think Jacob appreciated that story because I'm of the opinion that normal adults don't shit their pants regularly.
Ew.
Well, apparently, I might be wrong. We're going about 50-50 here on the show with our guests.
Look, I'm going to keep booking psychopaths until they're on my side.
Oh man, go follow Will on it. What's your Instagram again? At
Will_Loden.
Will_Loden. Go follow him over there. Go check for those tour dates. He's going out on the road with our buddy Neil Rubenstein, and that's going to be an epic show. So go check it out. Jacob, is there anything you want to throw out there before we leave tonight?
Someone please help.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and let me go to our stuff here. Hold on. Give me just 1 second so I can get all of our end of show stuff up here that I can read.
We're the most professional podcast of all time.
Oh, 100%.
Well, hey, I'm just getting back in the groove. I got the new computer and everything, so everything's going smoothly. So smoothly right now. But thank you, dude. Will, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. It has been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah, you guys are great. All right. You know, I love my boys from Mississippi.
Hell
you know
yeah.
how we rock out.
We got to do this again soon. After the tour, we'll have you back on so you can tell us all about, because I know some funny shit's going to happen behind the scenes.
100%.
I just know it.
100%.
We'll have you back on, and if you want to email us, you can email us at openmicerspodcast@gmail.com. We're at openmicers.com. Go to our Linktree, Linktree/openmicerspodcast, and of course you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/ompodcast. Go to brezcoffeecode.com and use our code OMPodcast for 10% off your order, and we will see you guys next week. And that's
I'm broadcasting from the Phantom Zone.
Yeah,
there we go.
You're about 10 seconds too late, buddy.
Yeah.
But thank you everybody for watching on Twitch and
curse you, Superman!
watching on YouTube, and we'll see you guys next week.